Welcome to the British Embassy Jakarta Remembrance Service for 2020. The service will be preceded by the opening remarks from the British Ambassador, His Excellency Owen Jenkins, followed by the Piper's Lament playing by a lone piper from the 2nd Battalion of the Royal Gurkha Regiment at dawn this morning on the shores of the South China Sea at their garrison in Brunei. We will then hear from a student from the British School Jakarta, Anjani Afif, who will read Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae's poem, In Flanders Fields.
Hello to my fellow British citizens in Indonesia, especially to friends of the embassy community here in Jakarta. We would usually gather together around now to remember those who have served their country, appreciate those serving today, and to mark those individuals and families who have made the ultimate sacrifice. Earlier today, the Commonwealth Remembrance Sunday commemoration service was held at dawn at the Commonwealth War Graves Cemetery in Menteng Pulo, Jakarta. Unfortunately, this year, due to the risk of transmission of COVID-19 at a large gathering, we needed to severely limit numbers to ensure social distancing. We fully understand that for the Commonwealth community here in Indonesia, Remembrance Sunday holds a special place in the calendar, and that this will be disappointing to many who see it as their duty to attend the annual event in person. To give our community a chance to pay their respects, a video of the Remembrance service will follow these opening remarks, including the traditional 2-minute silence. This year's commemorations for Remembrance Sunday and Armistice Day do indeed feel different. This year marks the centenary of the unveiling of the cenotaph by King George V on Armistice Day 1920, and of the interment of the tomb of the unknown soldier in Westminster Abbey. I believe that symbolism can inspire us all today. At the heart of our most famous church, with its 1,000 years of history and many famous graves of the greatest and best of our nation, is one huge, most prominent tomb. Inside it, a soldier whose body could not be identified, picked at random from the battlefield. An ordinary hero, whose family would now have a place to visit and remember at the centre of our nation's church. This year, we can't come together as we normally would, but we can and should take a moment to remember that selflessness, courage, duty, and camaraderie with which people gave their lives to protect our country. And at this time of modern-day hardship, of COVID-19 isolation and lockdowns, may their memory inspire us all to live out those values just the same, and to appreciate our modern-day heroes. I hope that you all still be able to reflect on their sacrifice, despite this different arrangement, and to join my family and me as we stand side by side with veterans at home and with our global partners abroad, to honour those who served, that we might live free, lest we forget.
The service will be led by Pastor Lou Belcourt, Lieutenant Colonel retired, the U.S. Marine Corps. Wreaths will be laid by representatives from the following countries: United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, Fiji Island, New Zealand, and Singapore. The British Ambassador and the Defence Attaché will lay wreaths on behalf of the Anzac Association, British Girl Guiding Overseas Jakarta, British Scouting Overseas Jakarta, St. David Society, British Council, British Chamber, the British School Jakarta, the British Women's Association, Java St. Andrews Society, St. Patrick's Society, and the All Saint Anglican Church.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly, scars heard amid the guns below. We are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from falling hands we throw. The torch be yours, and hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
We are assembled here today to remember those men and women from many countries and religions who died in past wars and in the service of their country. Especially, we remember those servicemen and women of the Commonwealth buried here in Menteng Pulo, in the Commonwealth Cemetery in Ambon, in the Dutch Fields of Honor in Ancol, Kembang Kuning, and Bandung, as well as those on board HMX Exeter, Jupiter, Encounter, Electra, and HMAS Perth lost in the Java Sea. And finally, those who died on Indonesian soil and in Indonesian waters but have no known grave. We remember their sacrifice made in the hope that others might be able to live fuller lives in accordance with God's will. Let us now, each in our own way, rededicate ourselves and, with renewed faith, hope, and love toward our fellows, work for peace on earth.
Listen, I tell you a mystery. We will not all sleep, but we will all be changed in a flash, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet. For the trumpet will sound, the dead will be raised, and we will be changed. For the perishable must clothe itself with the imperishable, and the mortal with immortality. When the perishable has been clothed with the imperishable, and the mortal with immortality, then the saying that is written will come true. Death has been swallowed up in victory. Where, O death, is your victory? Where, O death, is your sting? The sting of death is sin, and the power of sin is the law. But thanks be to God, he gives us the victory.
They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. We will remember them.
May the God of heaven and earth bless us and keep us. May he cause his light to shine upon us and bring us peace. Amen.